Thank you very much. I'm so honored to be joining you tonight here in the US, but morning there in the Philippines. I was truly touched. Please let me express my emotions because upon hearing the nationalistic song Ako'y Pilipino, is just done home yet. I have not seen my kids and I have not seen my granddaughter. So it's really emotional that hearing that nationalistic song. And hearing that there are participants from Bayawan City Division, I'd like to say hi to all of you. It really feels like I'm home. I'm back home in the Department of Education, Philippines. Though my tour of duty has been ended early, I retired 47 years old from the department as the superintendent, and I choose to venture. I choose to make a detour of my life, and we are the choices we make. And this choice has led me to some beautiful experiences outside of our country. And I will be coming back home soon, and I'll be very willing to share my experiences here. So this morning, I would like to share with you growth mindset, and this work is solely credited on the author herself. We have Dr. Carol Dweck, who is a professor of Stanford University, who wrote the book Mindset. And she did all the research that about the mind and about how do we choose the kind of mindset that we will have. So without further ado, I'd like to present to you my screen so that we can start. Okay, so Foundation University, thank you so much. And I'd like to acknowledge and honor Dr. Erlinda Kalumpang, who is a good friend and who has invited me to join you this morning. I'm very happy, Ma'am Erlin. Thank you for having me and the whole Foundation University. Um, I'm humbled. I'm humbled for the golden opportunity to be able to still be of service to education in spite of my being here in the US. So Foundation University, I have been with you. I think I visited your university 2015 with Dr. Aitico. I was there. I visited the whole place and it's so beautiful. I'd like to honor you for having a very beautiful school environment. So that's very healthy and that's very conducive for really learning. Okay, so the second video will be the second slide, the second page of the Canva is the growth mindset video. So I'd like to invite you, this is about 6 minutes. Actually, this video is a review, a book review of the whole growth mindset written by Dr. Carol Dweck. So I'd like to invite you to watch and if you can take down notes, that would be very beautiful. So please, Pressy.
World-renowned Stanford University psychologist Carol Dweck, in decades of research on achievement and success, has discovered a truly groundbreaking idea: the power of our mindset. In one of her earlier researches, she wanted to study how people cope with failures. She did it by watching how kids grapple with hard problems, so she gave children in their school a series of puzzles to solve. The first ones were fairly easy, but the next ones were hard. Confronted with the hard puzzles, one 10-year-old boy yelled out, "I love a challenge!" Another, sweating away on those puzzles, looked up with a pleased expression and said, "I was hoping this would be informative." Carol always thought you coped with failure, or you didn't cope with failure. She never thought that anyone loved failure. Not only weren't these kids discouraged by failure, they didn't even think they were failing. They thought they were learning. Carol at the time thought that human qualities were carved in stone. You were smart or you weren't, and failure meant you weren't. If you could arrange successes and avoid failures, you could stay smart. Struggles, mistakes, and perseverance were just not part of the whole being smart picture. Those children, on the other hand, thought that human qualities such as intellectual skills could be cultivated through effort. And that's what they were doing, developing their intellectual skills, or simply put, getting smarter. So what does this mean for you? It shows us how a mindset can have a profound effect on your life, and that there are two mindsets, fixed mindset and a growth mindset. Believing that your qualities are carved in stone, which is a part of the fixed mindset, creates an urgency to prove yourself over and over. If you have only a certain amount of intelligence, a certain personality, and a certain moral character, well, then you'd better prove that you have a healthy dose of them. That's why people with a fixed mindset shy away from challenges, because they are scared their deficiencies could be unmasked through it. The growth mindset is based on the belief that your basic qualities are things you can cultivate through your efforts. Now, growth mindset doesn't mean everyone has the same talent and abilities. It just means everyone can grow through hard work, mentoring, and perseverance. So why waste your time looking smart when you could be getting smarter? We are slowly conveying these ideas that smart and talented people don't make mistakes and they don't work hard. The most important thing in the world is to be smart, talented, and look that way all the time. What happens is people start narrowing their world so they can succeed within that fixed mindset. But let's take a quick look at the world of sports. Michael Jordan actually wasn't a natural, but he was the hardest working athlete perhaps in the history of sport. It's well known that Jordan was cut from the high school varsity team and he wasn't recruited by the college he wanted to play for, and he wasn't drafted by the first two NBA teams that could have chosen him. Weren't they foolish? Now we know he was the greatest basketball player ever, and we think it should have been obvious from the start. When we look at him, we see Michael Jordan, but at that point he was only Michael Jordan. So when Jordan was cut from the varsity team, he was devastated, so his mother told him to go discipline himself. Boy, did he listen. After that, he used to leave the house at 6 in the morning to go practice for 3 hours before school. He had the growth mindset. He knew he could develop and improve his skills through hard work, and that's how he became the Jordan we all know today. So what can we do to engrave growth mindset into ourselves and others? Just knowing about the two mindset can produce incredible results. The other thing we can do is praise more wisely. When we praise people for the process they engage in, their hard work, their perseverance, they learn to stick to challenges. Praising talent, on the other hand, makes them vulnerable. When we tell someone, "You did that so quickly, I'm impressed," they hear, "If I didn't do it quickly, you wouldn't be impressed." Or, "You got an A without working, you're so smart." They think, "Oh, if I work, you're not gonna think I'm smart." Instead, when you give praise to other people, you should try something between these lines. "I like the way you tried all kinds of strategies on that math problem until you finally got it. You thought of a lot of different ways to do it and found the one that worked." This way, you praise hard work and not the so-called talent. Also, telling people they are smart is one of the biggest mindset crimes you can commit. In one study, they actually found out that telling people they are smart lowers that person's IQ. Here's a common question about the mindsets. Can you have both mindsets? Many people have elements of both. You can have different mindsets in different areas. I might think that my personality is fixed, but that my intelligence can be developed. Or that my social skills are fixed, but my creativity can be developed. Carol found that whatever mindset people have in a certain area, that mindset will guide them in that region. You have a choice. Mindsets are just beliefs. They're powerful beliefs, but they're just something in your mind, and you can change your mind. So try your best to put yourself in the growth mindset every time you face a challenge. That way, you will be better than yesterday. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, and if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe.
Thank you so much, Pressy. I hope we're picking the entirety of this topic. So I choose to present the whole thing first before I'll go into the nitty gritty of my own experiences as experiencing and choosing to have that mindset, the growth mindset. So I'll continue. Okay, I'll continue with my slides, with my pages of Canva here. Okay. Oh no, it would not let me to my next page. Okay, before I'll go to the next slide, can you please tell me one or two who would like to say something about the video that you have watched? One or two, please.
So,
Yes.
based on the presentation, ma'am, I can share that there are two mindsets: the fixed mindset and the growth mindset, and it is a different kind of mindset. And I think we have this kind of mindset in all of us in every decision that we make.
That's true, Belle. Thank you so much. And that's really very true. You can choose which mindset you want to go through. Do you want to go and follow the fixed mindset, or you want to go for the growth mindset? So I would like to try presenting again because I know my screen is frozen, and I hope it will allow me to present again, Pressy. Okay, there you go. I want to skip that. Okay, I'll go here and take present. Okay, there you go. So we are trying to see now the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. Which do you think is very easy to follow? Is it the growth mindset or the fixed mindset? Anyone from Bayawan City would like to share? I would like to hear from anyone from Bayawan or from Tanhay. I have seen somebody from Tanhay.
Ma'am and sir, you can unmute yourselves or simply participate in our chat box.
Okay, I want to see on the chat box too. Okay. Hi, this is Joyce. Hello. And Joyce, would you like to share which mindset is easily followed by us? Is it the fixed mindset or the growth mindset? Most of the time, as human beings, which mindset do we usually switch into right away? Miss Joyce, how I wish we are in person, huh? Only I've just wished that we are seeing each other so we can easily go and then talk directly to you. But anyway, let us just discuss this one. So for the fixed mindset, it says intelligence is a, so it's already there. Intelligence is static, so it leads to a desire to look smart and therefore a tendency, because sometimes we just want to look smart in front of others. So the tendency is we want to avoid challenges, we want to avoid criticisms from other people because we don't want to be um, noticed like, oh, she's not smart. So that's useless. This girl, this woman is useless. So these things are mindsets that can truly affect you. And sometimes we ignore feedback because we are too fixed. We are too fixed. We just want to see ourselves like, oh, I'm here and this is me. So you can't do anything about me. That's the fixed mindset. So sometimes we are always threatened. We are always threatened when people criticize us because we only wanted to hear good things about us. So it's not really open-minded. It's not really open heart to really listen, to genuinely listen to feedback from other people around us. While the growth mindset, it says that intelligence can be derived intelligence challenges, persist despite obstacles, see the effort as path to mastery, learn from criticism, and be inspired by others. So, in my own life, as I've rose from the ranks as a teacher one until I go to being a career executive service officer, and I went through a lot. I went through a lot. My life was never easy. My life was never easy. There are a lot of challenges really that I have to face, and there are also a lot of points of growth that I really have to face all this so that I can grow as a person, as a leader. Because if you are a leader, you'll be faced with all this. And leadership does not only mean leadership in an organization like Foundation University, like the Department of Education, or wherever organization, but it all starts within you, the leadership. Leading yourself is the most difficult thing. So I hope that you also have reflected on that, on my person, on my being. Was I able to lead myself? That's very difficult. The most difficult person to lead is you yourself. So we have to look into that as persons. There are always points where sometimes we choose to be, I just want to flee. I just want to fly away from this and I just want to escape. But sometimes there are things that you really have to choose. I have to grow and have to pick this choice so that I can choose to grow, because it's always your choice that can make or break you. So again, that is what I always teach my kids. I have 7 kids, by the way. I've got 6 boys and 1 girl. This is one thing that I have always shared with them. You know what? It is always the choice. Mama is so far away that I can just talk to you, I can just tell you and guide you, but I can never live your life for you. So the point is just opening the doors for them to explore life, for them to see what are their choices. Because as parents, leadership is also parenting, right? So as parents, not only leading yourself, but leading your own family. So as mothers, specifically mothers, because moms really affect the entirety of the management of the home. So we have to open the doors of opportunities for our kids to see the choices in front of them, and they will be able to see what kind of mindset. We'll be able to observe, this kid of mine has this kind of mindset, while this kid has this kind of mindset. Most of the time we can observe and we can see that. So in this book and research by Dr. Carol Dweck, she really has concluded that growth mindset can even develop intelligence. It's not true that intelligence will just be like, you're only here, you can never go up. You are just dumb, so dumb. You're never smart. You can never be smart. So the point is, Dr. Dweck has really found, after 20 long years of research, that intelligence can be developed through this kind of choice of your mindset. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. Okay, so in her book, Mindset, she really emphasized the power of the word yet. So it's very beautiful when you hear or you tell your kid like, okay, you're not there yet. Okay, mom, I don't know how to do this, but you can always tell your kids, okay, we're not there yet. Just like in the organization, we always have set goals. We want to reach this, and then we want to do this. So the power of yet gives us the push. It seems like it's the wind beneath our wings as we try to fly, soar high in the organization, soar high in the leadership, and soar high in your person. So the power of the word yet is indeed very powerful. You have to continue. You have to continue searching, hard work, putting more effort, because you can never grow when you tell yourself like, we're just here. Before, it's always like, oh, you couldn't do anything about me. It's me. It's just me. So I'm just dumb. I'm only at this good. I'm not a math person and I don't know math, but this can be learned. This can be learned. So the power of the word yet is really so beautiful when we will try to put it into practice. Like in my current experience, when I started kindergarten, can you imagine the kind of shift I have after rising up in the organization of the Department of Education, reaching CESU 5, and now I retired and then choose to go special education because before I don't really appreciate the special ed students. I'm scared of them and I don't know how to deal with them. So I started to pick up the idea of why not try it? Why not try it? So before planning to retire from the department, I studied diploma in special education. And there I've learned and I have appreciated the different disabilities our kids have. And it's the power of yet that will teach you as a special education teacher. I don't know if Foundation University has special education major. And if you have, I truly appreciate it because not everyone likes special ed. So when I first came in the US in 2017, I teach in the life skills class. I have 4 students and I have 2 instructional assistants. Can you imagine? Because they are severe. I have a student with autism, with ADHD, and chronic heart and kidney disease. So can you imagine that? She has all of these disabilities, and then she would not even hold a pencil. But I told her, we will start working on this, and I know you are not there yet, but by the time that the school year will end, you will be able to write just your first name, because that child would stop you with a pencil. That child would punch you, would yell on you, would shout to the top of her voice, and I really had a hard time managing her. Managing not her, but the behavior per se. It's not the child that I have to manage, but the behavior. So I get to understand that we just have to be there every day. And I keep on talking to that child. He's a 6th grade. And I told her, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this. But here in the US, you also have to go into token economy. When we say token economy, just to reach that goal, because you are thinking of the yet, to reach that goal, you have to be able to give that reinforcer. What do I need to give to this child so that we can sustain the desired behavior? So first and foremost, we have to teach. We have to teach the behavior because the behavior is undesirable. So we have to process and teach every day, teach that behavior. You could ask my attention by not yelling. You could not, you could ask you could sit for my attention by not stopping me. You can call my name. You can say teacher. You can touch me. So we are trying to teach the behavior. And by the end of the first year, before she will never hold a pencil. And I am so happy that by the end of the school year, she was able to write her name. And that is the power of yet. The yet there is you as a person. You have to guide, especially us. We are in the College of Education. The biggest role is that we are miracle workers to make the students learn. Special ed or maybe regular education students, we are there. We are there in the classroom, not to be the only person who knows everything, but you are there to guide the learning process. You are there to really let the students realize that they have this potential that you are trying to unleash. Okay, so the power of yet is there. For us teachers right now in the Department of Education, I know very well you have your own dreams, you have your own desired future. That this is what I want to be. I want to be a principal one day. I don't want to stay as a classroom teacher. So that goal is there. You are not there yet. But when you have a dream, we also have a program here called the Kids at Hope. The kids at Hope always recite. We always recite every day. I am a kid at Hope. I am talented, smart, and capable of success. So we are instilling in the child every day by saying it. Remember habit forming? The brain, neuroscience tells us that the brain, the neuropathways will strengthen and will make you learn once you repeat, just like our muscles. When we try to do yoga, when we try to do our exercises or workout, the muscles will be formed. So like in our brain, the neural pathways in our brain will also strengthen as we continue to say it every day. Say it, do it, say it, do it, say it, do it. So you should develop that mantra. Okay, I'm not there yet, but I will be there soon. So when you see the yet, it means that you are in the process. But when there is already the word fail, when you say failure, I am a failure as a person. So when you say failure, no one loves the word failure. For our kids, if we say, oh, fail, so, oh my goodness, so I fail. I'm nobody, so I'm useless. But if you say that, no, you're not there yet, it gives too much hope. And remember, hope is the very, very positive word that can really drive us to wake up every day in the morning because I am hopeful for this something to be done someday. So the dream that you set for yourselves gives you the power, to wake up. If you remember Nescafe, I could vividly remember that advertisement that says, para kanino ka bumabangon? Like every morning, why do you wake up early? Why do you need to dress up and change and then do your thing? Why? Because you have your dreams, because that dreams fuel you to become the yet today that you are in the future. So the power of the word yet is indeed very, very powerful. So let's go to the next one. In Chicago, there was a school that Dr. Carol Dweck specified in the book. She said that in that high school in Chicago, the high school students will need 84 units, I think, to graduate high school. But when they did not make it, they don't receive an F. You know what's an F? It's a fail. They don't receive that grade, but they receive the grade not yet. So see, there's a lot of power because you are trying to send to the message is sent to the child or to the student like, oh yeah, I'm learning, I'm progressing. I am not there yet, but I am starting to realize like, oh, I'm doing something rather than telling the child right away, oh, you are a failure, you fail. So that is the very beautiful thing. And I really wanted to read more of that Chicago high school that's implementing the not yet grade. Because can you imagine if we have a school that's really out of the wild idea that we come up with these kinds of grades. We don't tell them like currently I am side talks. Currently, I am working with two persons right now who are aiming to do life academy. And they are trying to involve me in their talks, in their conversations on how do we deal with that? How are we going to make the process of this life skills academy or this life academy? What kind of grades? What kind of graduation? Will they graduate high school? So that's a lot of things to discuss. But sometimes me personally, I am tempted to, yeah, I am tickled by the idea like, oh, I want to do that, the Life Academy. If there's somebody who is an expert on this, but yet did not graduate, if you remember in our technical vocational tracks in grade 12, 11 and 12, when we started 2016, in grade 11 and 12, we try to top, in Bio 1, we try to top the experts. Tell the experts, I want to work with you. And then they will grade the students like, okay, you're almost there. You're not there yet. So these are things like, oh, this is powerful, huh? So getting into the idea of this not yet, it's so beautiful. If I receive a grade that would tell me, like, for example, a principal would observe me and do the checklist and would tell me, okay, you are not there yet, instead of putting a big X on my observation, formal observation. I'll be very happy to see a not yet over an X, because if it is an X, well, no, it's done, it's closed. Okay, so come to think about it, if it is you, how would you feel? Because sometimes it is in the emotion. How do we let the students feel that will make them remember us, rather than what do you tell them to do or what do you want them to do? It is always of, I like the teacher because you know what, the teacher really let me feels like I'm important. The teacher gives me the sense like I can do it. She gives me the trust. He or she gives me the trust. So meaning that not yet is very powerful. Maybe in the whole of the College of Education, we don't know. There might be some developments like, oh yeah, we can consider that. So the thinkers, the group of thinkers might be able to incorporate that, integrate that into what we call as the grading system in our Philippine education. But here, it's very, very powerful here in the US. I have attended so many professional development and growth mindset. We always have professional development Fridays. We don't have work on Fridays, but Fridays, they put us on a professional development and they give us topics that are very relevant as we continue to deal with our own kids. Because by the way, I am in the reservation. I am not in the big America, the big city America. I am in the rural America, and I'm located in the reservation where the Native American Indians are here. And then before I used to think when I was young, like, America is Native American Indians are really the occupants of this huge land. So here I am with them, and I have to really learn everything here because their culture is much different from us, very, very different from us. So our kids there would listen to you teachers. You'll just stand on the middle and then tell your class, keep quiet, or you can just raise your hand and they all listen. They will just give you, okay, give me on me, 1, 2, 3, and then they all listen. But here, no, you have to establish the teaching of the expectations, especially the expected behaviors. So take note of that. Expectations. When your students know what they're expected of, you should be able to follow through with that by making procedures and routines. So the power of not yet is still playing in that process. The process establishing your expectations, putting it up, and then follow the expectations with routines, with procedures, so that this yet in the desired behavior can really be there. Okay, so next one. In life, we love challenges. Do we love challenges? Of course not. Sometimes we say, I don't like that. It's so stressful. We will close our arms and do like this. No, no, I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want challenges. I just want to stay on my very comfort zone, and then there will I die, because this is just what I like. I don't love to open up myself to challenges. And always remember, difficulty just means not yet. When you don't learn how to ride your bike, look at this little boy. He doesn't know how to ride his bike. He fails, but after crying, I think because kids are like this, they would just go, take their bike again, and then start driving again, and fall down again, and then start driving again. So these are the kids. They love the challenges. So sometimes as we grow up, me, honestly, I'm 51 right now, and I started to like shield myself. I started to shield myself. No, I don't want to do that. But sometimes situations really push you to really go there. You need to improve yourself. You really need to take that detour. So like my experience here in the US, there are a lot of obstacles that I went through when I was in Bayawan City, but these obstacles are just detours to the right directions. So I've learned a lot. When I come here, I started to open up my perspective. Oh my goodness, when I reached in the US, I said, oh my, the world is so big. The world is not just the Philippines that we see and then the 7,107 islands, but when you grow out, there's a lot of people to meet, lots of culture to learn, and lots of experiences that will make you a better person. So because of these difficulties, because of these detours and obstacles, you will be led into the right directions. And I never had regrets of filing my retirement early, because it has helped me. It has helped me grow as a person, personally, and it has helped me grow professionally. So there you go. Don't hate challenges. Go take up that challenge, because when you find something that's difficult, you'll say, oh no, I don't want to do my masteral degree program because that's too difficult for me. Remember, difficulty just means not yet. And obstacles are just detours to the right directions. I've learned this from Oprah in his Power Soul, podcast. So very beautiful. You have to see the growth mindset is always seeing the positivity, the beauty in everything, no matter how difficult the situation may be. You can always, when you have that growth mindset, you can always see the beauty. You can always flip it. You can always see the other side. So instead of saying, oh, this happens to me, I don't like it, and I don't want to go anymore. So it's always the growth mindset that will tell us to go, move forward, push yourself, because that push will make you better. That push will make you more intelligent. That push will make you smarter as you navigate with life. So don't worry if something is difficult. Look at this, the tyranny of now. Anyone familiar with the video, with the photo? I asked permission that I would use this because this is the division of Bayawan City office, the SDO. Let me share with you my experience, and this is really a concrete growth mindset. Bayuan City, when I arrived in that division in 2011 as OIC, Schools Division Superintendent, upon the retirement of the previous superintendent, I was assigned by Director Borgonia, then Director Borgonia. So I came to Bayuan, and our office was located in the central school at Bayawan City East Central School. We're located in that school. We've taken away some few classrooms just to accommodate an office. So can you imagine accounting, admin office, superintendent office, and the rest of the offices of the supervisors? A lot of classrooms that we have taken away because we want to accommodate an office for the division. So that division office, it all started with just 3 o'clock dawn. I woke up and then I said, I want to build a division office. I can imagine, I see it in my mind. I see it in my mind. I want a 10 million division office, and I want this office to be an eco-friendly division office. No more needs of more lights or whatever. So I want to design this division office like this. So I don't have money. The division doesn't have funds. So I just told my colleagues there, the core team, like the deputy engineer, the supply officer, then I talked to the accountant, I talked to some few people that I have the chance to discuss the idea. Because in everything, it all starts in the mind. Everything in this world starts with an idea. So that idea, I start to talk, to tell, to converse, to tell people about the picture in my mind. So I told them, we want to have this division office. It's a 10 million. Help me build this dream. And they said, I asked the accountant, there's no money for that, Mrs. Hermosa. So I said, okay, I don't have money, but I will go to the city engineering office. I want to ask for a blueprint of a 10 million eco-friendly division office. I wanted to take note of how specific I am. 10 million eco-friendly division office. It's a 2-story 10 million division office. So I remember my father, who is a priest, mission priest in Rome, told me, if you want to pray, if you want to dream of something, you have to be very specific. Tell God the color, you tell God the how would you like your dream to be like. Put the colors in it, put the details of your dream. So that's a very concrete example, the details of the dream. I want that a 10 million division, eco-friendly division office. I want more glass. I want to see natural lights. I want to see an atrium. I want to see a fish pond in the middle. I want to see all this stuff that I really wanted to see in a division office. So there's no money, but I asked the city engineering's help. Can you give me a blueprint? And lo and behold, when the blueprint came in, I'm just crazy. I could not sleep. So I have to turn that blueprint on this site will rise, the 10 million eco-friendly division office. Even if I don't have money, I put a big tarp on the site, on the lot, where I really said that this lot is okay, this is donated to DEPE, this is part of the department already, so we'll put this division office here. So we put the tarpaulin, we don't know where to get the money, but growth mindset tells us, go ahead, push for that dream. So after the blueprint, after making that big tarpaulin, I started to look for people who will give me funds. So I never stopped from making my dream. Like, I want to sleep with all these dreams so beautiful in my mind, not unless I can make this true. So then I started telling the story. So being a storyteller is very, very good. Tell the story until it reached the right ears. The person who can hear you can help you. If you have a problem, tell, I need this, I need this. Tell, because in the storytelling process, these people will really come and will tell you, oh, I know somebody. And then finally, we just, okay, we'll make the program of works. We'll make everything, all the paper. I could not sleep anymore when I see that picture. So I started to push. And then the challenges comes like, you don't have money, you don't have, oh no, I know I don't have money, but I will still continue to work for it. So that division office in 2013, I think we received a 10 million sub allocation. I don't know anymore the definition, but it's a one-page paper that tells you that there is money given to the division office for this particular project. So I got the 10 million and I was going crazy when that came out in the fax machine. That one-page paper came out of the fax machine, and then my secretary told me, Mom Ophel, you have to see this. What's that? Look, look, look. And then when I look at it, it's a 10 million SARO. So 10 million division office. And then that's it. Right now, it's just the rest of the story because it's already there and the building will tell the story for itself. And on the right side, that's the Prime HRM Bruins Award Maturity Level 2. No one would ever believe like Department of Education can do that. But we push, we create a core of people who can work on that, specifically human resource administrative office. We studied the whole documents of the Civil Service Commission on how is it to go to strategic human resource. So how is it to be level 4? You have to be strategic in your human resource, transparency, governance, citizens charter, continuous improvement. What are the things that you need to do? So of course, growth mindset will not let you rest. Growth mindset will not let you sleep all the time. I want to sleep at 7 and wake up at 10 o'clock. No. Growth mindset will tell you, you have to wake up early because you have to sleep late because. So the growth mindset makes us get all this. So if you can see, there is already this Prime HRM Bronze Award. They're already on level 2 and will hopefully be working on level 3 and maybe someday level 4 to become really strategic in the human resource, transparency in everything. Okay, so if I give in to the tyranny of the now because there are a lot of challenges, I don't have money. Okay, we can never have a division office because we don't have money. Well, okay, this is Department of Education. We can never be transparent. We can never really work things out the best way that it is expected. So we don't live by the tyranny of the now. We go beyond the now. What is it? We are not there yet. So we have to push forward to really get to that direction. And in 2016, because of all this, I am always proud to tell that Bayuan City Division was the first division office awarded by Bayan Academy and ABS-CBN Foundation to get that excellence in excellence in transformation, management, and governance. First ever division office in the whole Philippines. So that is what I'm telling the people in Bayawan, that no matter what, at least we have done that little tiny spot in the map of the Philippines. Bayawan, we have put Bayawan to the map. People had been asking, where the hell is Bayawan? People has been coming to Bayawan because what is going on in Bayawan? Because we don't sleep. We just move forward, push ourselves forward. We continue to work. We continue to work, and then we continue to tell our story. We continue to find talents, to find people who are of the same train of thought. So this like-minded people who are also dreamers, who can help me continue work hand in hand, because dreaming big dreams together is never impossible. Growth mindset will make everything possible for all of us. So the tyranny of now, put it down. It's okay. This is the current reality. Go. What is your desired reality? Live that current. This is it. Face it, and then live. Choose to live that kind of reality behind, because you have a new desired reality. So these kinds of current reality and the desired reality, we have to be there. So get rid of the tyranny of the now. Okay, if you're familiar, if we are Facebook friends, I take pride in this little boy that I left when he was 9 years old. Oh no, I mean 11. He was 11 when I left the Philippines in 2017. And now he is 16 years old, but he was forced to be 17 because he could not play in big competitions. He could not compete in race when he is 16. So they move his age to 17. And right now, this little boy is already a part of the national team, the National Triathlon Association of the Philippines. And this boy, as early as 16 years old, already is receiving his allowance or his salary from the Philippine government. So we all have the right to live in an environment filled with so much yet. So much yet. I remember this little boy. He first compete in Ronda, Cebu. And he has a bike that's just a folding bike. It's too heavy. And then on the process of the competition, the competitors were sons and daughters of foreigners. And then they have beautiful bikes because, triathlon bikes would cost you 300, sometimes 400, 500,000 pesos. So his bike is folding bike. It's so cheap a bike. And then he was riding on that bike and he he fell down. He crashed. And then I could see the heart of the mother was crying and then getting him, picking him up. But what did he told me? He told me, Mama, magpadayon ko. Ayaw ko gunitig. Magpadayon ko compete. So I was ashamed of myself because I am too stage a mother. I am too a stage mother that I want to protect him. Like, stop, you are hurt. But he told me, Mama, I have to continue. I have to continue. Don't stop me. So because of that, that's a very concrete example again of a growth mindset. He had never stopped. He woke up 4 o'clock in the morning. Since 9 years old, he already starts to compete, and he got his first championship in Iron Kids and when he was 9 years old. And then until now, never had he stopped training. Every day morning, he would wake up 4, go do the bike and the run, and then in the evening, after school, before the pandemic, after school, he's already having his goggles, his trunks to go to the swimming pool. So there's no stopping. And I even told him one day that, aren't you tired? Said, no, Mom, I'm not tired. I have to continue. I have to pursue. Until finally I told him, what is it that you want? What is it that you like? I want to be in the Olympics. So that dream, that not yet, he is not there yet, but he is in the process of getting there. And 2 weeks ago, he already got the championship for his category. And this coming June 4, he'll be competing in Korea for the Asian triathlon, Asian championship in Sejong, Korea. And I told him, who are the people competing with you? And he just sent me the screenshot of all the participants, and he told me, look at this, Mom. They are Olympic players already, 2 from Japan, 2 from Hong Kong, and they are competing with him. And I told him, aren't you scared? And he told me this morning here, last night there in the Philippines, he told me, no, I'm not, but I'm so honored, Mom, that I was able to play with these Olympic people already. So can you imagine, Mom, that I told you I want to be in the Olympics? It's already like I am in the Olympics because these people are already playing in the Olympics. So Carol Dweck was really very right. In an environment filled with so much yet, we can succeed. Another boy, before I forget, let me introduce you. That's Matthew Justin Hermosa. That's my youngest. He is the youngest of 7, and he is 16 years old now, and he's studying at Springdale, Paris Springdale in Cebu. And this is his idol, his first cousin, Andrew Kim Remolino, the 2-time silver medalist for the Southeast Asian Games recently concluded in Vietnam. 2 days ago. He competed there and he won another silver medal. The first SEA Games that he participated was held in the Philippines, and he got the first silver. And today, 2 days ago, he got the second silver medal. And this boy is the same. He would crash. He would have lots of bruises. He would be bleeding. His father would carry him, but he would still insist to walk. So your ability can grow you through hard work. This is not talent. Talent may be there, but the effort that you put, the hard work that you put on top of your talent, if it is there, more and more effort to really improve yourself. And now they're getting there. This boy also wanna be in the Olympics someday. So with the triathlon event that they are working through, we're so happy that they are slowly getting there with all the yets in their environment and lots of challenges. I don't know, I could not number the challenges. Many times that you feel like it has cost their life. Like for Matthew, when he competed in Korea in 2019, after the game, he ranked number 5 in the ASEAN. He fell down and I was looking at the live, and I saw him boarded on the ambulance, and that's it. But when I asked again, will you stop? He said, no, I have to continue. So these are concrete examples of growth mindset. And remember the example of the book, Michael Jordan was never the Michael Jordan before. Because of the challenges, because of the turn downs, he forced himself to work and work harder until he becomes the legend of basketball. And in the process, of you telling yourself that I am not there yet, but I am willing to continue the journey, to pursue the journey until I get there. Always remember in the process, the universe have your back. Remember that. And this has fueled me all through my life in everything, in my family life, when I was told by our neighbors, oh, Ofelia, you're pregnant again. Oh my God, that's do re mi fa sol la ti do. But I told them, that's okay, because this is my choice. And I know I have a fertile womb because God wants me to have more. And now I have 7, and I have never regrets of the 7. They're beautiful children. They're beautiful angels that God has told me to take care, to guide as I continue with my own life. Serving my purpose as a mother, serving my purpose there in Bayawan as a superintendent, as a leader, and serving my own purpose here right now from where I am, serving these little kids, the 5-year-old. Can you imagine the shift from a superintendent to a kindergarten teacher? They would tell me, oh, so you're a superintendent in the Philippines? No, I'm not. That was long ago. Right now, I am a teacher one, and I'm happy. I find joy in serving the little kids. And all these dreams, I've never dreamed of becoming a kindergarten teacher, but God gave me that detour, gave me those challenges so that I can be in the right directions, finding my me that I want to serve kids, the little kids, the tiny little kids. So I had always been praying. I'm not very religious really, but I always talk to God. I always anchor on Him. Everything, my plans, my dreams, my ambitions, my family, my whole being, my mind, my heart, my body, my soul. I have always offered it up to Him because we are nothing without Him. So nothing also is impossible if you anchor yourself on Him. And the best is yet to come. Thank you, Pressy. This has made it more beautiful. The best is yet to come. We are all caterpillars yet. My kindergarten loves this. We are all caterpillars yet. We're a larva, and then we form our cocoon in the process. We are trying to go hide ourselves in the cocoon until finally, when our time comes, we can come out as a beautiful butterfly. But this can never be possible when you choose the fixed mindset. So go for the growth mindset and prove to the world that you are the best that you can be. In this beautiful prayer, I had always put this some time ago. I have this in my Facebook profile picture. I just love, the American Indians here, they are so grounded. They are so grounded with where they come from. They're so grounded with the source. So I hope so that we Filipinos will also ground on our source. We have so much. We have so much to be grateful for, so much to be thankful for as a country. And after the elections, that is only one thing that I told my family, my friends, that after the elections, we have to pray. We have to pray for all these leaders that we have elected to really give their best, because it's always a choice. It's always a choice. You go for your old self. Remember the wineskin? Old wines to old wineskins, new wines to new wineskins. So we have to be renewed in ourselves. Right now, this is a challenge for all of us. Let us be a blessing to each other. Let us be a blessing to each other as we continue to journey in this life, as we continue to find our being, our purpose. Because my son, I have a son who is a psychometrician, and he told me one day, Mom, why is it that we need to live a purpose when it's possible just live by existing? You are here because you exist. You're given a life, but it means like, hey, are you okay? You said like just living and not finding the purpose of your coming here. So sometimes we have that kind of discussions. But bottom line, I told him, yeah, you can choose that way, but at the end, you will really find your purpose. God will lead you to where you are supposed to do. So the highest prayer now is the highest good for all. We don't condemn anyone because we are already espousing the growth mindset. We don't judge no more. We're done with all those. It's always see the best in everything that you see, in every people that you meet. So the challenge now is, how can we live that kind of balance of really grounding ourselves, grounding ourselves to the source and finding that meaning in everything that we do. So finally, I want to end up by saying this. Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And this is so concrete in my life, in all things. He has worked good in my life. He has given me the strength. So it's always borrowed strength. It's always borrowed time. It's always borrowed space. We are we are nothing. We own nothing. It's always borrowed. And one day, all these borrowed things will be returned to the owner. So thank you very much.